In a matchup between two of the best players on the planet, what better way to end than in overtime in chaos? This time Giannis coming out on top of Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. And this one came down to the wire in overtime, and it was really tight from start to finish. The Nets led by 4 at the half, and this lead didn't grow by much in the third and fourth quarter. They were extremely close, and after a Giannis three-pointer to tie things up, we headed to overtime, where it was really a back and forth matchup of free throws. 9 total were converted from the charity stripe, and one particular didn't sit right with Kevin Durant as he was fouled towards the end of the overtime period.
We all thought that was reckless, right? But I think technically, like, I have to be in the air, and if I come down on his foot, then that's the flagrant. But he can run into my leg though a split second before I come. You know what I mean? As I was coming down, I might have hit the floor, and then as soon as I hit the floor, here he come running at my leg. You know, but he didn't make it wasn't a contest, or I thought it was supposed to be a flagrant, but technically, I didn't make the correct play to get a flagrant. I was supposed to still be in the air while he underneath me.
A flagrant foul there would have given the Nets an extra free throw, potentially putting them up by 2, and the following 2 points by the Bucks would have only tied the game and not given them the lead. And you can only walk away from tonight's contest thinking it was a game of inches, and this certainly wouldn't be the first time that this has happened between the Bucks and the Nets. Back in the Eastern Conference semifinals last year, Kevin Durant hit what would have been the game-winning and advancing three-pointer, but his toes were just barely on the line, forcing overtime that the Bucks would eventually claim. And the way things are headed, it is very likely that these two teams could square off again in the first round if Milwaukee hangs on to the 2 seed where they're at right now, and Brooklyn wins the first game of the play-in. And if we've learned anything about these two teams, it's that when they square off, you're in for a game of inches. For WFUV Sports, I'm Jack Roche.